All right, guys, I got to be honest with you. Nothing is looking good for Dodge at all at this point. And when I say Dodge, I'm talking about the parent company, Stellantis. Stellantis reported a $6 billion profit for the first half of this year. That sounds like a lot, right? 6 billions with the B. That's down 48% from last year. Almost a 50% decline in 1 year. They had a big call where they had all of the analysts and the chief operating officer and all of the big wigs on a call last week. And long story short, one of the guys basically said, if they don't make money, we will shut them down. We cannot afford to have brands that don't make money. And he's talking about Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, Maserati. All of these brands is what he's talking about. If they don't make money, we will shut them down. To make things worse, in my state right now, this is how bad things have gotten. In my state, there is a Dodge dealership that is currently being sued for over $180 million because they've got 3,800 cars on their lot that they can't sell. Cars dating back to 2022 on their lot that they can't sell. And they want Dodge to buy these cars back. And Dodge ain't having it. Dodge is basically saying, or Stellantis is saying, we ain't buying those cars back. If they're not selling, it's your fault. And therefore, they're being sued for $180 million. Nothing is looking good for us at all, man. Let's just go ahead and get into it and talk about this video, because this really is about the future of everything Stellantis. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a house that makes it a house vlog. You know, I was going down, looking around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car-related has happened on this channel. So if you're into that, man, make sure that you stick around, hit that subscribe and notification bell so that you know what's going on and when it's going on. So I didn't realize this and nobody said it. Apparently, I only wear like the same 2 t-shirts in my home videos, and nobody's ever pointed that out. So, you know, I'm gonna start mixing it up. I came home today and I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and get straight to filming. And I realized I don't have on one of my filming shirts. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Charlotte. You know, that's what my city and state. But man, let's get into it. So apparently nothing is looking good for Stellantis, period, at all. Like, period, as far as the future is concerned for Stellantis, right? So this is MotorTrend.com. MotorTrend is a huge automotive outlet, straight up and down. They just posted this article today. Kill, sell, or keep. Stellantis ponders fate of Maserati, Chrysler, and more. Things have gotten so bad that at this point, the Fiat Chrysler group, right, FCA, and PSA group, which merged in 2021 to form Stellantis, they are considering getting rid of brands, like chopping brands off, like completely killing them off. Apparently, they had some sort of big call 2 weeks ago or last week or whatever. During last week's call with analysts to discuss first half earnings, Tavares said that despite cost-saving actions in Europe to address high inventory, the automaker continues to struggle with falling sales, market share, revenue, and profit margins, especially in North America. Stellantis reported a $6 billion profit in 2024. That sounds like a lot, don't it? 6 billion with a B. Bro, that's down 48%. 48% from last year. Almost a 50% decline in profit from last year. And long story short, he basically said, we need to take tough measures. Tough measures need to be taken, including killing off underperforming brands. His words exactly, quote unquote, if they do not make money, we will shut them down. We cannot afford to have brands that don't make money, straight up and down. And then one of the CEOs basically said, well, we've got to discuss a better home for Maserati. Because think about it, Maserati is under FCA. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't realize that my damn self. Apparently, there's about 14 brands that's under FCA. Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Maserati. People forget about Alfa Romeo and Maserati and Fiat, because those are not really popular cars in North America, but they're also under the Stellantis brand, and they're also suffering like a motherfucker. Like, they're also suffering. So they basically go on to talk about the different brands that are likely to stay and some of the ones that are likely to go. Maserati saw a global sales fall of more than 50%, so they're down 50%. 6,500 vehicles sold in the first 6 months of the year, resulting in a loss of $89 million. So Maserati's struggling. What else? Let's keep going down. Alfa Romeo is a Stellantis premium brand. We don't see many of this on this side of the ocean, but they're down as well. And then Chrysler and Dodge. So the interesting part that I found interesting is that Chrysler has, they've got the Pacifica and they've got the 300. They're no longer making the 300 anymore. So at this point, they're pretty much making a Pacifica minivan, which is straight, but it's like, that ain't it. That's not going to carry a brand. He did not, one of the CEOs on the call last week did not mention the Chrysler brand at all, and didn't mention anything about Dodge at all. The future of Dodge, the Charger, nothing. The EV Charger, the Scat Pack, Inline 6 Hurricane, didn't mention anything about that, Chrysler or Dodge, which might be telling. So long story short, Chrysler CEO Chris, whatever his last name is also doing double duty. He's not only the CEO of Chrysler, but he's also the Dodge Brands CEO of Dodge. Because, your boy Tim Kuniskis retired earlier this year, which came out of nowhere. But the two brands that he didn't mention was Chrysler and Dodge. He mentioned every other brand. Jeep isn't going anywhere. I mean, Jeep is historic. The sales have fallen off, but they're smart enough to know that, Jeep isn't going anywhere. Jeep doesn't have to worry. Ram doesn't have to worry. So apparently Ram and Jeep were the reasons that FCA wanted to partner with Dodge and Ram and Jeep in the first place, wanted to bring these brands on. You know what I mean? Because of Ram and Jeep. Didn't mention anything about Chrysler. Sales are down 48%. To make things worse, let's just watch this video, man. I'm going to show you this video here. This is from my home state in North Carolina. This is from TikTok.
Car dealers are so screwed that they're trying to return vehicles to the dealer. This dealership in North Carolina has 3,800 unsold fleet vehicles that they acquired over the past few years, and now they're trying to tear up their dealer agreement with Stellantis, the parent company, so that Stellantis has to buy back all those cars. The dealership was ordering a bunch of vehicles from the automaker because, well, vehicles were selling like hotcakes back during the pandemic, and now that's slowed down. They amassed 3,841 extra vehicles that now they can't sell, and so they're going back to the automaker and they're saying, hey, you take them back. I went on the CarEdge car search, and you can actually view inventory of a particular dealer, and you can see here they have 2022 used Ram 1500s that they've had for 615 days.
615 days. It's a 2022 used with 33 miles, still on the lot.
With only 33 miles on them. This dealership actually shows 2,273 new cars for sale just on their lot right now. Things are getting bad when the dealer is trying to return the car back.
So long story short, this dealership in North Carolina, my home state, has over 3,800 cars on their lot, and it's not moving. Dating all the way back to 22, right? 22s, 23s, and then of course 24s, and then 25s right around the corner. These cars are not moving at all, like at all. Long story short, the dealership is like, listen, these cars are not moving. We want to terminate our agreement with Stellantis, and we want you to essentially buy these damn cars back. Stellantis ain't feeling that. So at this point, they're in a lawsuit for $180 million between this dealership in North Carolina and Stellantis. I'm not going to say the dealership's name. You can read it for yourself. But they're in a lawsuit, $180 million avoid or $180 million lawsuit because Stellantis will not buy these damn cars back. So it's gotten that bad to where not only are the brand itself suffering, but these dealerships are suffering. Suffering to the point that they're going back to Dodge and Stellantis in general and saying, listen, you need to buy these motherfucking cars back. Like, we can't move them. Nobody's buying them. They're too expensive. They're still selling Scat Packs for $65.70. You know what I'm saying? They've got a Ram, a Dodge Ram. Hold on, bro. Well, I'm going to show you exactly what we were. Ram Tunskin, right? Which is supposed to be the most premium of premium Rams, which makes no sense because at the end of the day, it's a truck, if you ask me. Build-in price, let's see here. Now the T-Rex Rams, that's a different story because that is like a, that's a purpose-built type of truck. $87,000 MSRP for Ram? That's to start, MSRP 87. The limited Longhorn. They all got the same engines, that Hurricane engine. They all do the same things. But somehow or another, the MSRP on a Ram, $1,500. We're not talking about a 25. We're not talking about a dually. We're not talking about a diesel. But they're charging MSRP at 87, which means when you start optioning it out, you may be paying almost six figures for a 1500 Ram. Hell no. No, no, no. Now, these are different. The Rogue, the Rebel, the T-Rex, those are, even the Warlock, I don't know what a Warlock is, but those are like purpose-built type of fun, you know, kind of active lifestyle type of trucks. So, I mean, to some extent, you can kind of price those wherever you want. Although 69 and 64,000 is not bad for a Rogue, because this is replacing the T-Rex. And then the Rebel at 64, you know, once again, that's an active lifestyle type of truck right there too. So those are not bad. I'm not hating on those at all. But I mean, to start off at an $87,000 MSRP for a Ram 1500, I don't care how luxury it is. At the end of the day, if I want to pay six figures for a truck, hell, I'll get a brand new T-Rex. Or I'll get if I really want luxury, something that's off-road capable, I'll go and get a G-Wagon or something. I'm not paying six figures for a Ram 1500. I don't care how luxurious it is. But I mean, between high prices and the fact that these cars are not coming down fast enough as far as the price is concerned, a lot of people, or, you know, they're just not buying Dodge right now, which is interesting because I think for the most part, Chargers and Challengers are still selling pretty well. Not as well as they could because the prices are still high. So a lot of people are buying used Chargers and Challengers. Those cars aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Chargers, Challengers, Trackhawks, RTs, what else am I looking at? Even T-Rex. I got a homeboy that just bought a new well, not new, but he just got a T-Rex a couple days ago. Those type of active lifestyle driver enthusiast types of cars, those cars are going to sell. They're not going anywhere, right? On the used market, however, brand new, nobody's paying $65,000 for a brand new Scat. Nobody's paying $105,000 for a Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? Not even myself. But, you know, those cars are still selling, but it's like everything else just isn't. You can go to any Dodge dealership right now and have your pick at Scat Packs, Hellcats, RTs, GTs, V6s, you know, SEs, whatever you want, it's there. Rams, whatever you want, it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how bad things have gotten. And to see this article on Motor Trend, kill, sell, or keep, really tells me that they are legitimately considering completely destroying some of these brands. And the fact that on that call between the analyst and then the CEO and the major bigwigs at Stellantis, the fact that Dodge and Chrysler apparently wasn't mentioned. Obviously, I wasn't on the damn call myself, so I'm taking the word of Motor Trend, quote unquote. But Tavares did not mention the Chrysler brand during the lengthy earnings call, which might be telling. And the fact that they only have one CEO for both Chrysler and Dodge. And the fact that 2025 Dodge Charger, as far as, you know, the future of that is not looking good whatsoever. In the next 5 years, there may not be a Chrysler and a Dodge brand, period. There may not be a Charger. I was going to say a Challenger, but the Challenger's going too. Because when you think about it, like, once, you know, the 2025 Chargers hit, they're putting all their eggs in that one basket. There is no Challenger. There is no Hemi. There is no Hellcat. They're putting all their eggs in that one basket. You know? And what other cars does Dodge have? So Dodge, they had the Challenger. They don't need more. So they're going to have the Charger. They're going to have the Dodge. What else do they have? I'm a Dodge YouTuber and I don't even know off the top of my head. What other cars does Dodge offer? Oh yeah, the punk ass Hornet and the Durango. Nobody wants Hornets. Hornets are overflowing, flooding dealership lots right now. Hornets are so bad, you can get a fully loaded Hornet RT for like $35,000. That's how bad they want to get those trash ass SUVs off the lot. No Challenger, no Durango 392, no Durango RT, no Durango Hellcat. So they're gonna have an electric Charger, a punk ass Hornet, and basically just a regular Durango sedan. The Hornet's not selling. I can imagine the 2025 Charger is not going to sell like they wanted to. So they're putting all eggs in the Durango basket, hoping that the Durango will probably sell. They're probably hoping that the Charger will do well, but I haven't seen anyone talking about a 2025 Charger. And then, of course, Chrysler. I can never spell Chrysler correctly. What the hell does Chrysler have at this point? The 300's no longer going to be there. That's a 23. So you tell Chrysler only has the Pacifica, a fucking van. Chrysler's definitely going straight up and down. Chrysler's going for sure. Yeah, Chrysler's going for sure. Chrysler's definitely going to get axed. And if they want to get drastic, Dodge might get axed as well. Chrysler's definitely gone for sure. Nobody, I mean, let's just be real here. After that Chrysler 300, after they stopped selling that, nobody needs Chrysler. Nobody needs a Chrysler Pacifica. That's a very niche segment of the market. Not to mention, nobody wants to drive a van. If I had 5, 6 kids, I'm getting a Durango. I'm getting a Jeep Wagoneer. I'm not getting a Chrysler Pacifica. Ain't no way in hell I'm driving a van straight up and down. I'd rather drive a box truck back and forth before I drive a Chrysler Pacifica. No disrespect to all my Chrysler Pacifica owners, which I don't think anybody that owns one is watching this channel, but no way in hell. Wait, 82 miles to the gallon? Hell no. I still wouldn't buy that motherfucker. But anyway, Chrysler's definitely gone. Goodbye, Chrysler. And truth be told, guys, Dodge is probably going to follow suit too. Because if the Charger doesn't excel and exceed like they're expecting with that whole electric SRT Daytona Banshee bullshit and the Scat Pack and then the 6-pack, if that doesn't sell like they want it to, all they're going to have is the Dodge Durango. And the Durango, once again, is a very niche automobile. It's a big 3-row 7-seater SUV. That's not going to fit a large majority of the population. You know what I'm saying? The Durango, the Dodge Hornet, nobody wants that. Obviously, that's a failed experiment. So Chrysler's going to go first, and then probably Dodge. If the Dodge Charger doesn't do what they're hoping it's going to do, the Charger's going too. Dodge is going too. So it'd be Chrysler first, then Dodge. So those two brands are definitely getting axed. And then they'll probably just work their way up from there. Jeep and Ram are going nowhere. Ram is the truck line. That's not going anywhere. Jeep, come on now. I mean, Jeep is iconic. Jeep was in the military. Like, they were driving Jeep Wranglers in the damn military. The Jeep's not going anywhere. Even though the sales fell off, it's not going anywhere. Straight up and down. But Dodge and Chrysler, it's not looking good, man. So they're pretty much banking on this new Charger. Like, this new Charger's got to do numbers. Otherwise, Dodge is gone for sure. It's not looking good at all. You know what I mean? It's not looking good at all for Stellantis. When you get to the point to where your dealerships, your local dealerships, are telling you to buy these cars back, buy all 3,800 of these cars back, get them off of my lot. I can't move them. That's when you know things are getting bad. Because that's when you know, like, even the dealerships don't want the cars. It's one thing for the customer not to want the car. It's another thing for the damn dealership to say, listen, buy these cars back. Because apparently they're flooded with cars all the way back to 2022. So, and then the 25s are right around the corner. The new Charger's supposed to be coming out at the end of this year. And then the electric joint in 2025. Oh, hell no. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. So yeah, things are getting bad, man. I don't know anything about the future of Dodge at this point. Future of Chrysler, future of Stellantis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Scat Pack that you own, that Hellcat that you own, you should probably hold on to it because, you know, I don't think we're ever going to see anything like that coming from Dodge anytime soon. You know, I think Dodge, we're going to see bankruptcy pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? If not Stellantis in general. Definitely Chrysler. Chrysler's for sure gone. Goodbye. And then Dodge will follow suit after that. So it sucks. It's unfortunate, man. But talk to me. Tell me how you feel. Like, subscribe, comment. It's Benny Boy Knockout 360, man. I had to bring this to the attention of the congregation because it is not looking good for Mopar. We may be living in the last days of all things Mopar. You know what I mean? Yeah, all things Mopar. I'm trying to see the silver lining here, but I don't see anything, man. It's not looking good. Peace.